Hello, dear friends. So, my daughter and I here talking about friends, and it's a lot of fun when you have a daughter like her because we get to talk a lot about adult stuff, women adult stuff. But that is one of the reasons why you need a good friend because you need to have that way of displaying your emotions. Anyway, hello. Hi, Tooth Fairy. So, what happens is now that I am going to be talking about wellness, I am going to be talking about how to feel good about the knitting and about how to hold your needles and all that kind of thing. It is very important that we talk about that. So I think I'm going to wait one more minute until some more people come in because there's only three, six. Okay. So and so what happens is that you have to have your hands. See, my hands are not nice at all. And I do boo-boos. I get boo-boos like this and like this. And the reason is because I have to take medicine for circulation. And so it's these things happen. But my hands have never been pretty. I inherited ugly hands. But then, of course, I work a lot with them. So I love them and I need to take care of them. So at my age, you need to hydrate your hands because if you use them a lot in the kitchen or knitting or crocheting, you have to hydrate them. Very, very important. Now, I don't use a crochet hook much because I have to hold it like this. A lot of people hold the crochet hook like this, but see my thumb right in there where it hurts. See, it gets even like this. So I find it I that's why I prefer knitting than crocheting because my hands hurt. And so when you're like this, you kind of have to have a little bit of pressure on your hook, even if they are the fancy kind of the ones that have all that you know plush here. So even those, you still have to have that pressure on your hand right there. And I have arthritis. I have you know, bad arthritis. And so I prefer not to crochet. And so that's why we don't have that many tutorials on crocheting. So, and then the needles, it's very different because you hold your needles like so, unless you hold them like this, which is the way my mother held her needles. I don't know how to do that, but I hold them like this, and see, there's not that much pressure. It's usually like my fingers doing most of the time, or most of the work. So if I have two needles, I don't have that much pressure here. So that is one thing. And I know a lot of the people prefer not to crochet, but I prefer knitting than crocheting, but that's just me. Now, when you are working on something, it is very, very important. Talking about circulation, talking about this, you see what happens is that I think it was like October of November of last year that I had a thrombosis, and one of the things got in my lungs. So I had a how you call it, uh, clots in my lungs. So very, very important to walk. Very, very important to get up every 15 to 20 minutes and move and stretch. Please do that. I have lost weight because I got scared. I really got scared with that. And so uh, after that embolism, well, I don't know if it can happen again. So I have to be very aware of getting up and moving. I'm talking about these personal things because I know that a lot of people have that same issue or other issues that have to do with not moving. So thank God that we live in a beautiful place where I can go to the beach and walk in the sand or go to the swimming pool and swim. But a lot of people don't have that benefit and they have to get out and walk around the block, walk anywhere, but walk half an hour every day. And please don't sit more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time when you're knitting. Also, your shoulders, very, very important. They can get tense when you don't know a stitch and you're trying to figure it out. And so your hands are tight like this and your shoulders are up, shoulders down, and relax. So relax put your elbows on pillows if you can, so that your arms are nice and loose. And the only things moving are your hands, like from here to there. So you can knit. Another thing is that you usually when you knit, you look down, and you look down a lot. And so every once in a while, look up and put your hands in the back of your head and pull back toward your hands. Pull back so that the neck gets stretched. Very important. So stretch. Very, very important for your neck. Very, very. So, uh, so you drink a lot of water. Please drink a lot of water, hydrate. And I know for sure that when you are knitting and you are engrossed in your knitting, you forget to eat, you forget to drink. So please do that at least. I am so obsessed with knitting that I forget to eat. But yes, it's very important. Anna doesn't know what that is.
No, I don't forget to.
See, there she is.
Like I know right now that looking at the computer, like this is not good for me. It should be up here. And I know that if I'm knitting, I need to be leaning my arms and most of my arms against something, like holding them up, because otherwise my neck and my back might hurt later.
Yeah. And you know what's good? Like those chairs that have arms that are high, like that, your arms can fit inside the arms of the chair, and so you have something to hold on to hold your arms in place. Anyway, hand exercises. I'm going to show you hand exercises. So you're going to stretch your fingers, stretch them very, very much, and then you're going to make a fan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and twist, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stretch. And do that about 3 to 5 times. And then for your carpal tunnel or this part of your hand, very gently, like a 90-degree, and push back very gently. Push back and hold it, and then do the same, pushing your hand back. Your thumb is always out, so push up and feel that stretch here. So very important to have your hands in shape. And so do not get up and hold on to something cold all of a sudden. I know. A lot of people.
Sometimes you're knitting and then you go wash your hands or something.
Yes.
You shouldn't be doing that because your hands are warm.
Your hands are warm. And this is an old lady's thing. My grandmother said, never wash your hands or hold on to a cold bottle of water or whatever when you're knitting or when you're ironing or when you're, because the arthritis. And they were right. We used to laugh at those things, but they were right. Or changes of temperature are not good for your hands. They are not good. So cool out before you wash dishes or anything like that. So be aware of all those little things. I know it's old ladies' tales, but they turned out to be true. So
you wrote down some more.
Yes, and I have the eyes. Eyes. Take care of your eyes. So when you're knitting, your knit is less than a foot away. So it's very close to your eyes. It's very, very close. So I like to have my television on when I'm knitting so I can turn up and watch television for a few seconds and then back to my knitting and back to the television. Now, I have a very pretty view out my window from my desk. So what I can do when I'm on the computer is that I have the screen here, but then I look up as far as I can and then look down and look out and look down and then turn my eyes to the sides very gently. Turn your eyes to the sides just to keep those nerves flexible. Your eyes are very important for your knitting. Very, very important. Last time I was talking about how my mother had macular degeneration and she just couldn't see well at all. So it was very difficult for her to knit. And she just loved to knit, but she couldn't. So that's why I gave her the circular needles in order to knit in the round so she didn't have to deal with edges or with a stitch. So it was just knitting, 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 and it was wonderful because she was able to make things for Christmas for her daughters, and wonderful. She didn't get around for the sons, but that's what it was. She had 6 kids. I was the oldest one of 6. Okay, so that's that's the way.
Things written down.
Like, please wear little makeup. Do not do too much to your eyes because if stuff can get inside your eyes when you are. So I have drink water, hand exercises, eye exercises, the pillows under and the crochet book, and what else?
Some people use knitting for meditation.
Yes, yes. Please use your knitting for meditation. Get something very easy going, something very easy like this, or like the round thing, make a round circular cowl for a Christmas gift for your husband or your son or your boyfriend or your daughter or someone, grandchild. Make something circular and then keep knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. And it is a sort of meditation. Just turn the television off, get out of anything that is bothering you, and concentrate on your knitting. Just that is why a lot of religions have the beads. You know, they like the rosary, or the Arabs have the beads. So because it have they are busy passing the beats through and repeating something. So that's what knitting can do. It can be a meditation. Just keep repeating the same stitch for a little while. It is a blessing. Really, it is. So this is my meditation cowl. So sit and knit a meditation cowl, and try to make several so that it doesn't get too big. So, but make Christmas gifts with your meditation cowls. Okay, so hi Angela. Painful if you're really tense. Yes. So Anna complains of her shoulders being tense. And I used to complain a lot of my shoulders. I have something, I herniated something in my neck. And what helps is that exercise that I tell you, or even if you're in the car and you have that headrest, put your neck to the back and push back. Or like a soldier, like, I know, don't look at this, but like a soldier, and put your neck back. Just stretch it.
I have a secret. I bought this. I just shared the link. I bought this on Amazon because of my neck pain. I've been having neck pain for the last week. Not so much today, but I was having really bad neck pain to the point where I needed to take like aspirin and put on like muscle cream and get massages and stuff. I got this, and I'm gonna let you guys know how it works. So basically, you lay down and it stretches your neck. You lay down on it and like stretches your neck while you're lying down. So I'll let you know how it works.
Wow. Okay. Nice to know. Please give us ideas because everything helps. So please share any new ideas of wellness and of feeling good, because this is what this is about. That's why we get together. That's why we have the live broadcast. Tell me that it's very good for your neck to pull your head back. Yes. Yes. So pull your head back.
No, but she said like if you were showing a double chin.
Yes, like so. So the double chin is there. There's nothing I can do about it. It is going to cost me $6,000 to get it fixed. So, it's going to take a while. But yes, like a soldier. Like soldiers, like pull your head back. And or lean it against something and pull back. So because I went to physical therapy for my neck, and I think the exercises they gave me worked, because I got rid of a lot of the pain, even though the herniated thing is still there. But I got rid of a lot of pain on my shoulders and my neck. So yes, and the thing is to make your neck taller. So make it taller by stretching the back part. And of course, not like this. Your shoulders need to be down and pull back. So another thing is to put your shoulder blades together. That helps a lot. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Tooth Fairy wants to know. She hasn't gotten it yet, Tooth Fairy.
No, but I'm talking about. Remember the massager? I have the belt that
Yes.
you wrap around your neck,
Yes.
and it has the heat.
Yes. Well, I tried that, the massager on my neck, but it hurt. My muscles hurt after that. Maybe it was too intense or too strong for me. I don't know. Some things help me and some things don't. So, but massages, that thing, if you use it, like, don't pull on it because it has a thing where you hold on to it and you can measure the amount of pressure on your back. And so just don't pull on it, but it does help. Not for me, but for Anna, it has helped. Has it?
Yeah, when I have mostly like back pain and also neck pain, I put it on. It's like the ones that you grab on like this. Like you
Mhm.
put it on and you hold it in here and you press the buttons. It's really good for my back. It's also good for my neck, but mm, sometimes I feel like I just need to stretch my neck, and that's why I got the other one.
So there you go. See, we all have issues about posture. Posture. Please. The doctor told me you have to put your legs up, um, 4 inches above your heart. Well, it's not like I'm going to be able to knit like this with my legs up. It's not going to happen that often. So, yes, I put my legs up, but knitting is such a big part of my life that it really is difficult for me to follow that kind of instruction. But anyway, thank you very much for being with us. And I love you all. And where's Mary?
She's probably just reading.
But Mary didn't say hello.
She's in there, I'm sure.
Mary Lloyd, where are you?
We're missing a few people, but we have some new faces too.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us. Please give us more ideas of feeling well and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you next Wednesday at noon Central Time, U.S. Central Time. Don't remember what?
We don't have mosaic knitting, do we?
Mosaic knitting.
I know there's mosaic crochet, but I didn't know.
Eagle Vision. I love that. Eagle Vision 11. Okay. Be well. Love you all. Bye bye.